Okay. This is for a monthly pick your own card. It's timeless, but of course, we are December 1st, 2022. So we have trust your intuition as one, we have choose love as two, we have be gentle with yourself as three, and compassion for all as four. So I'm going to give you a minute and then we're going to dive into our first reading. Okay, so I'm just going to put these out of the way and we're going to start with trust your intuition. Okay, so we have trust your intuition. Yeah, works. I'm going to shove the computer back just a little bit. There we go. Okay, we have our postcard from Spirit. And we have our flower. The energies that you'll be dealing with, the Archangel that will be helping you, and the stone. So, yeah, I can see all of that. Okay, so let's start with our postcard from Spirit. Okay, so we see the lovely dragonfly. You are magic. 2 cents from Spirit. This side up for the address. And it says, Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes loss is welcome. When we leave a situation not in alignment with our highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love, always and forever. So we have trust your intuition. And then we have trust with carnation. And it says that you can trust the people around you. They are earth angels. Sent to give you guidance you seek. And we have in the first house, we have immediately the ways you protect yourself or project yourself, do it on your own. We also have who you are, your desires, and your action. We have divine order with Archangel Raguel. And he is saying everything is how it needs to be. Now, look past the illusion and see the underlying order. And we also have Father is the archetype that you're dealing with this month. The light attributes are talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light with a tribal unit. The shadow attributes are dictatorial control, abuse of authority. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that I think that you're trying to create something new. And with this creation, you are doubting yourself. You're second guessing yourself. So one of the issues that a lot of people have is that they feel like they're not good enough. And that's a major father wound. Now, whether this applies to you directly or whether you've picked up this wound in a different way, that's okay. The point is that Spirit is asking you to trust your ability to create what you want. Zincite, which is the stone in the middle here, is an extremely powerful stone. And it most definitely will help you. The two things that I want to say with both the stone and the flower is that even if you just get a picture of the I'm so sorry, just a second. Okay, so if you get just a picture of zincite or a picture of a carnation, you can use it as your wallpaper on your computer, your phone, and that alone will help you embody the energy this month. So don't think that you have to go out and get carnations or find zincite. You can completely bring those energies into your life without having to do that. It's one of the most beautiful things. So their pictures have the same energy as the actual object itself. So what I'm thinking and what I'm getting from this is basically Spirit is saying that you just need to trust. I mean, we have two cards about trust. We have one card about everything's in order, and they want you to create who you are, and it's all about in the first house. So that's who you are and what you need to be. And they're saying to let go of things that were and that are no longer important to you. That's what your postcard is telling you. So you have the ability to create all of this beauty and all of this incredible possibility in your life. You just have to trust Spirit and let go of what doesn't serve you. And it's very simple, and at the same time very hard to do sometimes. So we're going to get some other cards to help us expand this. So we'll start with the tarot. So, what does pile number 1 need to know about creating and trusting? What is it that are the main energies of this month that they need to deal with? We have Justice with Athena. We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Fool with the Goddess Tara. And last but not least, we have the Princess of Pentacles. Okay. So with Justice, this is about things that you have been trying to bring about for some time. So Justice is asking us to use our wisdom. And also, I feel that goes back to, so if you have the ability to create on your own, and it's only going to manifest in, say, a 6 out of 10 for yourself, right? But if you had the ability to co-create and manifest with the divine, and then you could know that it's always going to be a 10 out of 10. It's always going to fit better than you possibly thought it could be. Okay? So would you do that? Or would you try to simply because you can do it by yourself and settle? And I think this is exactly what Spirit is asking you, because you have Justice, you've been trying to create, you've been trying to make a better life for yourself, but it's like you're not trusting your greater depth. You're not listening to the little niggles that Spirit is giving you. Instead, you're doubting yourself, doubting your ability to create what it is that you want. And so because you're doubting it, you keep creating lack. you keep coming from a sense of not good enough. So a lot of the time these people are outside the cathedral. So they're outside of spirit, and they're in a sense of loss, and they can't do what they want. They can't manifest what they want, and their hearts are breaking. And what spirit wants us to know, this is what's driving us to find justice, is that we are sick of being in this sense of not good enough, of never actually getting to where we want. And they want you to step back and take a pause. So this is the Four of Swords. So this is when we pick up our swords after we have been repeatedly beaten, and take a pause and turn inside. It's like the Hermit card. It's just a little bit smaller. But it's asking you to turn into yourself and say, what is it that I can do? What is it that is in my power? And this is exactly what the rest of the oracle cards are telling you, is that within your power, within your ability to do, is how you see yourself, how you work with the divine energies that are surrounding you. So they're asking you to trust, asking that you are good enough, knowing that you are a divine spirit. You are a child of the divine, and they will help you and support you with whatever you are creating. You just have to let them help you. Okay. So then we have the action card is the Fool with beginnings. So this is a new way of thinking, a new way of being, of connecting in with the divine, of looking for divine guidance as you're doing things, before you're doing things, to compliment you and reassure you that you're on the right path. You see, the princess is full of possibilities. She is building a great, what's the word I want? Destiny and dynasty that she will pass on. Okay. So spirit wants you to know that you have these possibilities. You just have to listen. So let's get some clarifiers. So why do we have justice here? Why do we have justice? And we have unexpected visitors. Why do we have the Five of Pentacles? Coming apart. And why do we have the Four of Swords? Metamorphosis, sorry. And why do we have the Fool? And the Princess. We have encouragement. Okay. So, reason justice is here is because spirit is here. Spirit is asking us to really allow ourselves to open up to the possibility. So you see that beautiful little toad there? Okay. I think that one's about health. I think frogs are about health. I also want to say they somehow connect to the divine, not just through health, but there's something else there. And then we have a little rabbit over here. We have a little bird up in the top. So this is looking out for symbols and signs from spirit to let you know that this is the way to go. And the reason that we have the Five of Pentacles is because it's time to come apart. It's time to break our hearts open, just like our postcard said from spirit. Because spirit does not want you to fight, does not want you to struggle. They want you to soar and be joyful. And you can't do that when you deny who you are and what you're capable of. The Four of Swords is here because it's time to change who we are. So we had metamorphosis. And this is when we turn lead from lead to gold. It's when we change from a little teeny caterpillar to a beautiful, a beautiful butterfly. It is time to change. So it's time to go into that cocoon and really understand why it is that we need to change. And the reason we need to change is because We don't want to be sad anymore. We want to let go of that sadness and move beyond it. And that's what we're going to do with new beginnings. And Spirit says that you have everything you need, that they're there with you, that they're walking with you, that they always will be. And of course, if we add 5 and 4, we get 11, which is the master number 11. So they want you to know that you have this. This is within your tool set. You have the ability to create what you want. You just need to listen and act on the divine guidance you've given. Okay, so we're going to get 3 more cards just so this fairies can have their say, and then we'll be done with our reading. So pile 1, what does our wonderful little fairies want to add? We have 1, we have 2, and we have 3. So they want you to know that ultimately you are innocent. You are a child of the divine. You are full of possibility and beauty. And remember this, and just do your best every day. And that doesn't mean that it's going to be amazing, but it means it's full of possibility. And if it sucks, don't worry. Tomorrow's a new day. And they want you to connect with your friends, connect with people that believe in you and can see your potential too. They are going to be the helpers and supporters that you can connect with easily here on earth. And last but not least, we have the same message again of strength. You have the ability to do this. You are entirely possible of creating amazing, wonderful things in your life. And this month is a start to just that. Thank you so much. Sending angel blessings and love to you all. If you liked this video, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. And I hope you come again. Okay, so this is for card group number 2. And your main card you chose is Choose Love. Okay, so we have Choose Love. We have Raise Your Vibration with Plumera. We have in Pisces, so the energy surrounding you is of mysticism and spiritualness and being connected with your emotions. We have Archangel Jeremiel saying all is well, and we have God. We also have the stone sodalite and journey. So your postcard from Spirit says, with love. It says, dearest you, check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. In the source of your motivation, desires, is it desire or entitlement? Maybe you are drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motive that drives you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction of your soul calls you toward joy, discovery, growth, an adventure, participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it? If you can step forward, surrendered to whatever Spirit has in store for you, you will be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives and then hand them over to Spirit. Everybody here wants the best for you. Life loves you more than you know. So what's really coming through for me is that they really want to get you in touch with your heart and your emotions. So sodalite is, it's more like this blue, little white. Sometimes the cards have amazing pictures of the stones on them, and sometimes I find it hard to find them. But Sodalite is a dark blue with white running through it. But it really is about communication. So it's sitting in our throat chakra, and it allows us to express who we truly are and how we feel and how we think. And so I think in this particular case, it's really asking us to express how we feel. So raising our vibration, that our intuitive feelings are accurate messages from the divine. And Archangel Jeremiel, who is the archangel of compassion and mercy. So he helps us to develop the ability to really see ourselves as human and really see other people as human as well, so that we're not upset when people are harmful or they do things that upset us or ourselves. So we're allowed to mess up. We're allowed to learn and grow. And this is extremely important because it tells us that this is who we are meant to be and who we are. So Archangel Jeremiel's message is everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with the hidden blessings that you will soon understand. God, the archetype that you're dealing with this month is the light attributes are benevolence, compassion, recognizing the external force within yourself and others. These shadow attributes are despotism, cruelty, and using power to control others. So we really want to tune into what it is, how we're showing up, what are our motivations, and our motivations love for ourselves, love for what we're trying to do and who we're trying to be. So in Pisces, spirituality to ultimate experience, trusting your psychic knowledge, resulting from indecision of or about. We have your dreams, idolization, the part of becoming overwhelming. And so I think that what Spirit really wants you to tune into this month is how you're being. What is it that you're presenting to the outside world? Does that match with who you are on the inside? Does that match with your emotions and how you want to present yourself to the world? Because you have the ability to do such great things in the world and for yourself and others. But if you are allowing lesser than loving things guide you, is that it may get you where you want to go, but is that really who you want to be? So let's get some guidance. And first we're going to use the Goddess Tarot. So what does pile 2 need to know about the coming month? What does pile 2 need to know? Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords. We have Sacrifice with Kuan Yin. And we have Contemplation with Changzhou. Okay. So we're just going to get some clarifiers and then we'll read this. So why do we have the 9 of Pentacles? That's interesting. That's the exact same card in the same position as pile 1. So why do we have the 5 of Pentacles? Okay. And we have the Bone Collector for the 6 of Swords. And Sacrifice. We have slow and steady. And lastly, why do we have contemplation? Change of. Okay. All right. So the Nine of Pentacles is what you and Spirit want for you. So this is someone that is able to really bring through what it is they're trying to create. So they are abundant. They are able to pay their bills. They are able to support themselves. There is no fear of not having enough. And the reason that this is coming through is, of course, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is being locked out. It is not being able to create for ourselves. It's being locked away from Spirit. And these are not good feelings. So we have basically, this is the movement card. It's talking about going from a bad situation to a new possibility. And that is what they want us to do. So this is the action card. And the reason that what's going to happen with that is we're going to have to look at what it is that we need to let go of, what is not bringing us to that higher wisdom and understanding that we need to manifest. And in this particular case, it's what we have to sacrifice, what we have to let go of. And contemplation is basically the hermit. Okay, so the hermit is tuning into what are the energies that are going about us. So the unexpected visitors are about Spirit coming in. It's about people helping us to see that we want a better way of life. So one of the people that I listen to that I adore is Abraham Hicks. And he talks about how when we see things that we would like for ourselves, it actually ignites a passion in us. It sets a spark that helps us manifest those things in our vortex so that we can bring them in. So when we see others that have things or are experiencing things that we would like to manifest. Sorry, just getting a drink of coffee there. It allows us to really see the contrast between what we have and what we want. And the reason we have the rescue here is because one of the things that we learn, we grow up with fairy tales maybe, but eventually at some time we learn that the only person that's going to rescue us, the only person that has the power ultimately to rescue us is ourselves. So we really want to turn into our own hero and allow that to come through and bring us what it is that we need to be. So who do we need to be to manifest what we want? And that's why we have the Bone Collector. So the Bone Collector is this wonderful story about finding all of the pieces of ourselves that we have abandoned. So sometimes those pieces turn into our goblins or shadow self, if you will, but they're still part of us. They're still there. They're definitely still in our psyches. And when we unearth them, when we collect all the little pieces of ourselves that we have shed because other people have viewed them as not good or not good enough, we find that we actually have the ability all along, and that we just didn't realize it, to manifest what we want. So when we collect all the little parts of ourselves that we've lost and we start over, we have all the tools that are necessary to bring in the beauty and joy that we need. The sacrifice is, of course, that we're going to have to work for this. We're going to have to let go of the things that don't serve us. So maybe other people's opinions that made us lose those parts of ourselves to begin with. And we're going to have to adapt new ways. And slow and steady says we're going to have to put in the work. We're going to have to show up for ourselves and start saying, you know what, I'm important enough to do this. I'm important enough and deserving of this love and care. And I choose to love myself. And I choose to act in the right way to support myself in the life that I choose to create. Contemplation is about really staying in tune with who it is that we are and where we're trying to go. And when we get stuck, so this stuck in the mud, we have to go back to what are our wishes? What was it that we dreamed of? And really manifest that and bring that through. So anytime that you get stuck, allow yourself to fall back and say, okay, what is it that I'm trying to create? What is it that I want to feel? How is it that I need to embody this beauty in my life to make it become reality? And so we're going to get 3 cards from the fairies just to finish off this reading. So we have, what would you like to say for pile number 2? Okay, we have integrity. And we have peace. And lastly, we have gratitude. So for myself, gratitude is the key to all doors. It is the most important of any attribute that you could take on. So being grateful even for the stuff that's shit, but allowing yourself to really be grateful, whether it's for lessons, whether it's for blessings. Gratitude is key. And it brings a sense of peace because we know that there is, even though we may not be able to see it, but there is this beauty, this symmetry, this hand at work within our lives. And whether you want to use the word God for it or whether you want to use the word universe, it doesn't matter. But we can know that we are always supported and loved and protected. So when we can find that in our life, that security, it helps us to gain the ability to be grateful for the things that we do find in our lives. And when we show up with integrity, and we build on our integrity and we allow the things that we are trying to execute in the world to be of, they're like little babies. They're like little chips of ourselves, and they have that beauty and that purpose and that joy, and they are uniquely us, and they will grow and they will magnify and they will bring great beauty to the world. So I hope that that helps you with this month. Remember that it is always a process. We are stepping towards God and towards the divine, and whether you take one step towards them and they'll take 10 towards you. So I am wishing you blessings and peace and love. And if you like this reading, please like, and if you want to, please subscribe, and I would love to see you. So this is for pile number 3, and it says, be gentle with yourself. We have our postcard from Spirit. We have Citron as our stone. The archetype you're dealing with this month is the Child Divine. The flower that's going to help you this month is the crab apple. Archangel this month is Raguel. And you are dealing with the sixth house energies. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's read our note from Spirit first. So, you are divine beauty. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence. Even in the spirit world, there are consequences for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you are facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming in being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If something If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it, just using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far reaching vibrations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. So, Citrin is very much about manifestation. It's also about willpower and connecting with our ability to create and move things on the earth plane. It's also about connecting with our ability to speak and really manifest what it is that we want to bring into this world. It is an amazing stone. It works with Archangel Uriel as well as Archangel Gabriel. We have Child Divine, and the light attributes are innocence, purity, redemption. Suggests a special connection with the divine. Now, I would like to say that we all have that connection if we allow it into our lives, because we are all children of the divine. Shadow attribute, inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Crab apple, this is a new idea. Your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. Just gonna take a little sip of coffee here. I'm trying not to do the yawns. Okay. When I read out loud, I always yawn. I have no idea why. I think I don't breathe enough when I'm reading. Anyhow, relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So the sixth house is actually where you are in your home. It's where you create from. Service to others, what is good for us, your work, a full-time job, serving, doing a little at a time. And what I'm getting from this is that most likely you have always been working with people. I'm getting earth angel vibes from this. So this is the, putting other people before yourself, allowing the needs of others to dominate instead of taking care of yourself. Possibly even having loose boundaries. So not actually being able to say, that doesn't align with me. I don't want to do that. Or that hurts me. These are boundaries that many people have difficulty with. So people pleasers, abundant, have difficulty with allowing other people to really just, we want to step in and we want to help people. And sometimes that means that we don't allow them to help themselves. But it also steals our ability to really step out and step into who we are meant to be. So the no train is a beautiful thing because it allows you to say no to the things that you don't really want to do, but it allows you to say a big yes for the things that actually mean the world to you, the things that are in alignment with who you are and what you want to be. So we're going to get some tarot cards and get some clarification on this. So what does pile number 3 need to know for this month? We have the 3 of Cups, the King of Wands, the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. Oops, and we had one fly away. And we have Kuan Yin with sacrifice. Okay. So the Three of Clubs is all about celebration with friends and friendship. The King of Staves is really following through on your passion. Here, I'll hold the cards up for you. So this is the Three of Cups. So celebrations with friends. The King of Wands is about following your passions and being intelligent and being able to set that fire in other people and really excite them. You have the Two of Cups, which is about union. It can be about marriage. It can also be about finding a soulmate. It can also be about coming into union with yourself. And then we have the Ten of Staves or Wands. And this is about, so it's sometimes is about a heavy burden, but it's coming to an end because you can see the sun rise here. So this overwhelming burden may be leaving you so that you can see this new sunshine. And then you have Kuan Yin with sacrifice, and this is endings. So this is about leaving things that no longer serve you. Okay, so we're going to get some clarifiers. Into the unknown. Definitely wanted to come out. Okay. I don't generally have jumpers, so. And why do we have the King of Wands? We have slow and steady. Okay. And why do we have the Two of Cups? Field of Dreams. And why do we have the Ten of Wands? Wishing well. And why do we have Kuan Yin with sacrifice? Stuck in the mud. And coming together. Okay. So the Three of Cups is about celebrating with our friends. It's about coming into community. And I feel like what you're being asked to do within the into the unknown is that you're asked to broaden your horizons, to actually connect with new people, as well as go into new possibilities with people that you have had in your life for a long time. And that the way this is being manifested is the things that you are passionate about. So it's asking you to step up and say, what are my passions? So not necessarily not having anything to do with helping others, because I really see that in the upper oracle cards. But what I'm seeing is that it's about your passions. It's about bringing things in through for yourself. So when we can actually make our passions serve our purpose and help others at the same time, this is a beautiful thing. We want that ability to be both if we can. So we cannot just serve others. We need to actually take care of ourselves and our own soul's needs and growth. But when we can benefit others by doing that, it's a beautiful thing. But to do that, we're going to need to work, and we're going to need to move in a slow and steady pace. So this is not going to happen overnight, but we're going to work on it. And when we now, I'm going to say this is two things. So one may be the beginning, but I actually think it's seeds for later on. So I want to look at this card first in the sense of this is you being balanced. This is you honoring your masculine and feminine, your manifesting side and your receptive side. Okay. So you're going to balance these passions in yourself, and you're going to move this energy along, which is going to help you on what you're trying to build. Okay. It's planting seeds for that growth. So that ability to use all of your talents, to not just fit in one thing. So, that nurturing side that you're probably much more familiar with, of taking care of others. It is beautiful, it is needed, but we also need to remember to actually go out and do the things that we need to do for ourselves. Okay, so balancing that masculine and feminine. And remember, it has nothing to do with your personal sex, it's all about energy, and we all have energy. So the other thing that I'm seeing is this is also talking about bringing in a soulmate connection, and you're going to be planting the seeds by learning to really be in that manifesting side as well as that nurturing side. Okay, so please allow yourself to plant the dreams of tomorrow, the dreams of a beautiful union for yourself. So with the 10 of staves, we're going to be creating something new. So it is time to let go of those things that that stopped us from taking care of ourselves. Okay, so this is a time of wishing. This is a time of allowing ourselves to step beyond what we have been in the past, and to bring in something new and beautiful. And even when we're feeling stuck, like we can't do anything, remember that that stuckness, that mud, is full of possibilities. And well, it's good for your skin too. So allow yourself to see beyond it, and allow yourself to let go of the things that make you feel stuck. The things, whether it's behaviors, whether it's things, whether it's people or relationships, allow those things to go so that you can take on a new way of coming together, of coming in purpose with our friends, of bringing a new sense of yourself, a new sense of I can be better than I was, not because I wasn't giving enough, but because I wasn't allowing spirit to love me and to show me that I deserved good as well. So we're going to get 3 wonderful cards from the fairies to finish off this reading. So we have card 1, 2, and 3. So we have friendship again. So we're going to be nurturing our friendships. And I also feel like this nurturing card is about nurturing ourselves. So actually spending energy and time and commitment into other people, okay? Not into other people, but into ourselves, not just other people. And that to take the opportunity to dream, what could life be? What could it feel like when you allow it to be more than just for someone else? What would happen when your life is something that it can be for you as well? So if you liked this reading, please like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you again, and I'm wishing you the best month. And so last but not least, we have pile number 4. And the card you picked was Compassion for All. So we have our postcard from Spirit. We have our flower, and it's daffodil. We are dealing with 12th house energies. Archangel Michael is your archangel. And the archetype you're dealing with this month is gossip. And the stone you're dealing with is rhodochrosite. So we're going to start with reading your message from Spirit. So you are magic. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of Spirit in total awe. As is unique, yet part of the unity of existence, but the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have specific standards for what you consider ideal. This isn't serving you right now, so forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until the perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Let others who be who they are too, imperfect and human, complete, complex, and simple. It doesn't matter, for there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for the ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable, loving you like crazy. So we have share the message of love with Daffodil. And it says, rivers of love flow within you and others. May benefit from healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. So share the message of love. And you are safe. Archangel Michael says, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you and your loved ones and home. The 12th house is all about death, rebirth. It's the unconscious. It's the magic behind. So I'm for some reason I'm thinking about the Wizard of Oz. So seeking oneness with others, philanthropy, keeping your involvement hidden, your faith, hidden tendencies, large institutions, or overwhelming events. We also have gossip. So light attributes awakens considerations for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Shadow attribute thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. And the child within, which is associated with rhodochrosite. And so this is about inner child healing, trauma healing from when you were a child. This is an incredible stone, and you can see the stone right here. It is very gentle and very grounding, and it is all about safety. And the thing that I'm most getting from this right now is allowing your healing to take place. So we all have trauma, if you will, to a certain degree. Everyone has the beauty of children is that even sometimes when things aren't meant to be abusive or cruel, because there are people that act that way. But sometimes well-meaning people traumatize children too. And it's not because they meant to be cruel. It's just because children don't have the ability to rationalize the same as adults. They can't compare. They can't necessarily understand that, oh, that adult is acting from this sense and they only mean this. So when you are telling them, oh, you shouldn't do this because this is not a good thing to do, instead of receiving it as the behavior is not good, they understand it as you are not good. So children, they are beautiful, beautiful little creatures with so much possibility, and they are the greatest blessing that we are given. And as a parent, it marvels me how much I learn and how much I ask for forgiveness for the things that I accidentally have done, or in hindsight would like to redo. So I really think that right now what Spirit is asking you to do is really allow yourself to let go of any trauma or perceived wrong from when you were a child. If um, if you happen to have had real trauma in the sense of that, people actually meant to harm you, please seek out the help of a health professional. These are big issues. I myself am working through some trauma right now, so I understand this. But allowing yourself to be harmed by what other people think or perceive of you, or you perceive of yourself, is not benefiting you. And the angels and the divine are asking you to understand that you are love and that you deserve compassion. We all deserve compassion, and that we can find love even in the hardest of places. And so, please, if you need help, please reach out. So let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you for this month. So we're going to start with the Goddess Tarot. Pile 3, 4. Need to know. We have the 2 swords, if it would turn around for me. So this is about making a decision. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is about manifesting abundance for yourself. We have Justice. And we have the 6 of Swords. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Swords is about making a choice. And when I am faced with a decision that is equally difficult or equally good, I try to remember something actually that, oh my goodness, his name is jumping out of my head. Give me 2 seconds. Wayne Dyer. He taught me a trick with, thousands of other people at the same time, but nonetheless, he taught me a trick. So if you throw a coin up in the air and choice A is heads and choice B is tails. And what I really want you to pay attention to is, what were you wishing for when it was up in the air? So not necessarily anything when it hits. It's not about what it was when it hits. It's about what you were wishing for, what you were hoping for when it was in the air. That's how you choose. That's how you know what your heart wants you to do. So the choice that Spirit wants you to make is about creating a life where you are independent, where you are able to take care of yourself, and that you are fulfilling your needs. You're creating a dynasty for yourself, something where you are content and able to take care of yourself. And this is because you deserve it. So this is justice in action. So you are deserving of having that ability to be content, to have your needs met, because you are a child of the divine, and you deserve to have that peace that comes with that. And so the energy that you have put out there, that the good, the positive karma, if you will, has brought the ability to open the door for you at this time. Sorry about yawning. And this means that you need to leave difficult situations behind. You need to leave past wounds and trauma and start new. And with that starting of new, you will start building, and this will create momentum, and you will continue to build until you reach that wonderfulness where you are content. Okay? So let's get some clarifiers, see if there's anything else I want to add. So why is the Two of Swords here? We have the Dragon's Lair. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? The Magic Stream. And why is Justice here? We have the Wishing Well. And why is the Six of Swords here? We have Healed Ouch. And lastly, why is the Three of Pentacles here? We have Wide Open. Okay. So the Dragon's Lair is similar to that myth that we've heard, and I've heard it many different ways. So the first time I ever heard it, it was about feeding the wrong dragon, so the good dragon versus the bad dragon. I've heard it where it's wolves, where it's bears, but it's basically feeding the animal that is within you, that believes in your possibility, that believes in your greatness, versus the one that doubts you, the one that has negative things to say about you and doesn't think that you can create something wonderful. The Nine of Pentacles is about being in that magic stream. So being in that flow that allows you to go where you need to go, where all your needs are met, and you feel that peace and that supported and nurturing of the universe and the divine. Justice says it's because it's your wish. You wish to have that stability, that beauty, that reassurance from the divine, that you are loved and cared for. And the Six of Wands is you are moving away from and healing things that have hurt forward. Okay, so they want you to heal past wounds so that you can move beyond them. You can move to a new way of being without being harmed and hurt over and over again. And Wide Open is this breaking your heart open so that you can believe in all the possibilities and grow this wonderful new life that you deserve, that you are God-given, and that it is right there just for your taking. All you need to do is believe in it and allow it to come through. So we're going to get 3 cards from the fairies to finish off our reading. And apparently this one really wants to come out. And see what they need to add to finish off our reading. We have goals. And we have opportunities. So we have goals and service and opportunities. So look for ways that you can meet your goals by being service to others, that this will open doorways where you can manifest what it is that you are trying to do, and that by working with these people to create a beautiful, wonderful existence for you and others. So I hope that this resonated with you. And if it did, please like and subscribe. And I hope that I will see you again. Thank you so much.